So for today's topic, that is PIVD, I'm just sharing my screen. Can you all see my screen? Is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this topic, I think it is familiar to you, the name, that is prolapse intervertebral disc, that is PIVD, or in normal terminology, we say it is slip disc. Yes? Is it aware? Is it the common term which you all aware of? Slip disc? Yes. Kindly respond. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
This is not a new thing, but only maybe the pathophysiology or maybe the terminologies and the management will be new for you. So let us start. So what is this actually? The prolapse disc is commonly known as the slip disc. But remember, actually the disc, it does not slip off. Actually, the disc does not actually slip off, but the inner lining, the inner softer part of the disc, it suddenly comes out. That is herniation, bulging out through the weaker portion in the muscles, in the area that is situated in the outer layer of the disc. So say suppose if you see, just think of a vegetable which is a hollow kind of nature, right? Hollow, like bottle gourd, or maybe some vegetables like which is, you know, you can just put out the things inside out the things, and then you can see that it becomes a hollow kind of structure. Same thing when you see our spine, like the inner portion of the spine is very softer, right? And when there is any compression or any kind of injury, what will happen? The inner portion of the softer part, the inner part of any like the vertebral or the cervical disc, it's try to prolapse out, and which compresses the nerves, the nerve endings, and that give rise to the pain. So in later part of the topic we will discuss all this, but as of now you remember it is the disc which does not slip off from the location, but the inner softer part of the disc, it bulges out. That means it herniates out. Herniation. You know what is hernia? Like from any organ which is protruding outside the normal space, protruding outside its original normal space. So same thing here also occurs in case of disc prolapse. And how it occurs? Because of the weakness in the outer part of the disc, and because of that the inner part of the disc, it comes out, protruded out. The prolapse intervertebral disc, also called as the herniated disc or slip disc. Clear to you? What are the terminologies? Either we can say it is PIVD, or we can say it is herniated disc, or we can say it is slip disc. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Next, see here, you can see here the 3 stages of disc herniation. That is called the degeneration. When there is any injury, any kind of congenital disease, so slowly the degenerative changes occur. This is the first change. Then you know the prolapse. You also have read about the uterine prolapse, cervical prolapse. So same here also, it started having the prolapse. You can see extension and how it is coming out to the external space of the disc. And then the excrusion. Then suddenly you see the things are protruding out. Excrusion, that the terminology is called extrusion. The things are coming out from the space. These are all the inner softer part of the disc of our spine. Then last is the sequestration. In sequestration, you can see the total things are how it is involved. The muscles, the tissues, it break down, and then full inner softer parts of the disc is compressed out from the space. And this is what it looked like in case when there is this fourth stage. This fourth stage is very severe stage where the patient need to go for the operation. Otherwise, with normal conservative treatment, patient cannot be treated, right? So now we will see each terminology, the explanation. Yes, it has 4 stages. Now you remember the diagram. With this diagram, then it will be easy for you to match and understand. Bulging. At this stage, the disc is stretched and does not completely return to its normal shape when pressure is relieved. It retains a slight bulge at one side of the disc. Some of the inner disc fibers could not be torn, and the soft jelly that is called nucleus pulposus. Please remember the name, the inner softer part. It is like a kind of jelly. This is called as nucleus pulposus. Is spilling outside into the disc fibers, but not out of the disc. Yes. It's tried to, the degenerative process is it started occurring, right? This softer jelly, this is all this jelly part, the softer part, it tried to occur, but it does not slip off from the disc. It will be retained there, but already the changes started occurring. Right, then protrusion. At this stage, the bulge is very prominent and the soft jelly center has spilled out to the inner edge of the outer fibers, barely held in by the remaining disc fiber. Sorry. Yes, you see here, up to the edge, it started coming. That is the prolapse. Up to this age, it started coming, and maybe within few weeks, it will start into the phase of extrusion. Extrusion. In the case of herniated spinal disc, the soft jelly has completely spilled out of the disc and now protruding out of the disc fibers. Yes, these are the disc fibers. Now it started protruding out from the disc fibers. This is called extrusion. Degeneration, prolapse, extrusion. Now last is the sequestration. Here some of the jelly material is breaking off away from the disc into the surrounding area. Prolapse disc, commonly called as slip disc, a disc does not actually slip. If you see here, the disc is in the same position. Am I understandable to you? Yes? Can you see the picture here?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
the disc is not moving anywhere, but the things are there. It presses this particular area as it is compressing. This particular area, it is squeezed out of this inner softer jelly. It started squeezing out the disc fibers. It's become very fragile, and it started squeezing out the inner softer jelly from the actual space. This is what is the main pathophysiology of the PIVD. Is it clear to all of you? Whoever is attending the class? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All these terminologies, please try to note down, okay? Because it may not be possible now when the college will open. Again, I have to share. So if you have the booklet with you, just try to note down the important points. All right? Now, sorry. Next is, what happens is that part of the inner softer part of the disc, that is the nucleus pulposus, bulges out or herniates out through a weakness in the outer part of the disc. The PIVD or prolapse disc is sometimes called as a herniated disc. The bulging disc may press on nearby structures such as nerve coming from the spinal cord. Some inflammation also develops around the prolapse part of the disc. Any disc in the spine can prolapse. However, most prolapse discs occur in the lumbar part of the spine, that is the lower back. The size of the prolapse can vary. As a rule, the larger the prolapse, the more severe the symptoms are likely to be. Yes, so it's in very simple language, it is in front of you. What is this? Because actually the inner softer part, please remember the name, the nucleus pulposus, which is bulging out from the disc fibers from this normal position, and through this as the disc fibers become weak and fragile. So that's easy for the nucleus pulposus to bulge out from its original space, its original shape. Now, we know that there are three terminologies for PIVD. One is the prolapsed disc, one is the herniated disc, another is the PIVD. And especially what happens, why in PIVD most of the patients are complaining of pain? Why? Because this disc or the herniation, the prolapse, it is compressing the nerve fibers which is around this spinal lumbar spine. And because of the compression in the nerve fibers, the nerve send the sympathetic nervous system are stimulated, and it is sending the signals to the brain, and that is how the pain sensation, the gate theory, the pain sensation start occurring in the patients. And which is the most important part of this inflammation which occurs, it is usually the lumbar part of the spine, the lower back spine. And the size of the prolapse may vary as compared to the more the size, right, the more severe are the symptoms. Clear to all of you up to this? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Next is causes. You see, there are a long list of causes for PIBD. Some children may often suffer from herniated disc or PIBD due to birth defect or injury. During adolescence, rapid growth may also contribute to the factor. Heavy manual labor, that's what, once you have, even nurses are also very prone of getting PIBD. Why? One is our continuous standing, right? When we deal with the patient care in the direct bedside, sometimes we don't maintain our body mechanics, body posture, right? Sometimes we try to put heavy things. Even patients also, we try to lock them, turn them position, try to pull them up, right? So all these things may sometimes develop back pain or PIBD in a long duration of time. So it's important, even for we the nurses, it's important to use all the types of body mechanics, how to pull down, how to push, how to bend yourself. So all these things are very important. Even individuals who are dealing with heavy manual labor, in long run, they also are chances of getting PIBD.